What is going on, Millennial Morticians? Happy Wednesday morning. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of this incredible podcast. I hope you guys are ready, you're geared up, and excited about today's episode. We have an exciting topic to talk about today. The title of today's episode is I'm Still Alive Declaring. I'm Still Alive Declaring. I got the title for today's episode because one of my really, really good friends this week, she messaged me. She said, "Hey, just want to let you know I'm sick. I'm not really feeling the best. I'm not really feeling good. Checking on me." And I was like, dang, that really sucks because, the weather is warm. It's starting to heat up outside a little bit here and there. I wanted to go out. I had plans to do something fun with her, and that just kind of dampened the mood. And so, days go by and, she said, "Hey, still sick." I'm like, oh man, that really sucks. And an important thing in this is what I'm going to say is, she was saying that, and I could tell that her personal morale was going down because she had been sick for so many days consecutively. And I told her, I said, "You're better, you're well." She was like, I don't really feel it." I was like, "You're better, you're well." That's like, tell that to yourself mentally every day, and you'll start to feel better and more well. And she did. And every day she's getting a little bit better and a little bit better, or she's getting closer to getting the medicine she needs to get better. And so the power that comes from making a declaration is extremely viable. It's extremely important. It can change somebody's life. It can alter their future. It can create a new dimension in history. And I realized that me saying that, me declaring that, um, it changed the way she thought about her being sick. Because she was like, "Yeah, I am sick right now, but I was healthy before this." And so just enlightening her, changing her mind to know and to understand that sickness, being sick, not feeling good, in most cases, sometimes not though, is temporary feeling. You won't always feel that way. You won't always be in that predicament or in that situation. And I just felt for her because I realized that so many people in life, just with regular life challenges, not necessarily even sicknesses, they've lost hope because they feel like they've been in the same predicament for so long. Or maybe in our case, they haven't passed the state board exam yet or the national board exam yet, or they haven't got to open a funeral home yet, or they're still waiting on an internship. But I'm here to tell you guys, and I'm here to show you guys and really want you guys to dig deep into this topic. I'm still alive, declaring. And the alive part comes from the fact that whatever it was that you were going through, whatever feeling, whatever emotion that you were in that moment when you were going through it, it's not going to take you out. It might feel like it. You might not feel the best mentally or physically. You might be like, "Hey, look, I'm really sick. I can't," you might not feel well, but it's not going to kill you going through a challenge and going through a storm. And so this week, I just felt like I should love up on my friend through this episode and, ensure you guys as well out there that everything's going to be all right. And if declarations weren't possible, I'll give you a perfect example. We would have the USA we have today. The Declaration of Independence. It separated us from what? The British. And so that declaration, somebody who saw an injustice or something that wasn't right or something that they didn't feel like was going to benefit them in the future, they made a declaration and they broke away from the normal, tyranny, the rule of, a king and so on, and they declared it. And a whole bunch of people had the same feeling and they signed off on it too. And so get people around you that are going to sign off on your declaration, your freedom, your intent, your next move, your next business venture, your next chapter in your life after mortuary school, your next chapter in your life after retirement, leaving the industry, leaving the business. So you're still alive for a reason and for a purpose. And our job is to help people seal off the life chapter. And so I think that our gifts and our intertwined talents and all of us as a community, as a unit coming together to change people's lives and to help them get through grief That's a major declaration. And people aren't really ready to close that chapter and move on to the next. So, you know what they do? They call us because they know that we can get the job done and that we're going to be honest, we're going to be transparent, we're going to be effective, we're going to follow the laws, the rules, and regulations of whatever state, municipality we're in, and we're going to get the job done. But we can't let the weight of life and the weight of the world and all these little things that we're going to get over stop us from getting to our ultimate purpose and our ultimate goal, because we have an assignment, we have a mission. We're not just here to just chill around and talk. We're not just here to bury people. We're not just here to embalm people. We're not just here to sell them a vote or a casket or urn or cremate them. We're here to help them heal. And that's why you signed up for this field. That's why you're pushing through, crying through. Some of you, I've been there. Trust me, I've been there. Mortuary school, we're clawing through. We're making our declaration public. And the biggest way to do that is, of course, finishing. Not giving up in the last semester or the first semester or the third semester, really pushing through mortuary school, taking it head on, saying, hey, I'm not going to let anything stop me. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to get this degree. I'm going to grind. I'm going to work towards my goal. I'm going to meet my mission. I have a vision. I have a plan for what my life's going to be. And when you make that public declaration, that's when you walk across that stage and you get that degree. You go, you pay, you take those exams and you pass them successfully. And you guys, I've been there. You don't think you can do it the first time? It's possible. You can pass the first time if you study, if you're prepared, if you're equipped. That's what I'm going through now. The process I'm going through now, trying to study and prepare and equip myself for the test and just hear different people's experiences and realize that not everybody's experience is the same, and that I have to just prepare myself for it the best way I think I need to, and be honest with myself about the areas that I need to study up on and freshen up on so I can be effective. And so it's important that this week maybe you get out a notebook or binder or pen pad and you just write down a whole list of things that you want to accomplish, that you want to get through, that you want to push through, and you get them done. And you put a date right beside it. Hey, I'm going to do this on this and this date. And you go out, you make that thing happen, you shake up the world with your declaration. And you would be so surprised how many people have the same experience, the same problem as you. And that's why I always preach to you guys going to those funeral conventions, going to your state and local, joining those different organizations, because there's a problem you may face or haven't faced yet. And you go in those conventions and there's some really educated morticians in there that know what they're talking about. And they're really sharp and they have the tricks and the skills of the trade. And they're going to be honest with you, like, hey, I've dealt with that. I can help you out. And you learn from them and you grow. And let me just say this. Life is full of growing pains. And so you're going to have times where things tense up, or, life kind of happens and, it kind of hurts. It's kind of painful. You gain someone here, you lose 2 people here. You meet 3 people here, you lose 4 people there. Like, that's just life. It has growing pains. It has ups and downs. It has trials and tribulations, which is why if you write down your declaration, if you stick with it, I promise you this, you'll free yourself from a lot of things that are negative and attach yourself to a lot of things that are positive and bring positivity to your life. That I can guarantee you, if you do it and you're effective and you're honest with yourself about the things that you want to do in your life and the declarations you want to make. Another thing I can promise is this. One thing that's powerful about a declaration is this. It transcends. So you might write it down and it might just feel and look personal, but that thing can go around the world 10, 12, 13, 14 times. And before you know it, you've made not just a local declaration, you've made a worldwide declaration with a worldwide impact on it. And don't ever underestimate yourself or your gifts or your talents. Use and maximize everything you have to the fullest. There's a need, there's a hunger, there's a strive for more people like you in the world that are sharp, that are wise, and that are hyper-focused on making change and being changes they want to see. So If you're watching this with your funeral home, remember, you have to make declarations this week and in your life. Be positive, be proactive. My name is Jaden Fowlkes. This is the Millennial Mortician podcast, a podcast that engraves. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Make your declarations and be honest with yourself and watch the incredible impact it will make in your life. See you guys on the next one.